Hey folks, happy Friday. Today I wanted to do something a bit more lighthearted and talk about something that we all experience throughout our entire lives in different forms, and that is embarrassing things that we either do, say, or happen to us. So, obviously, I've had quite a few unique things, embarrassing things that have happened to me. Now, I posted a video earlier in the week entitled, Do I Wear Pants? And now you know that I wear pants. So, that's a real thing. And something that consistently happens to me over and over again is I lose my pants in some form or another because my waist is so small and I either step on them or someone steps on them or there's a whole slew of stories. So here's a couple stories that I wanted to tell you. Now, the first one that comes to mind when I was thinking about how many times I've lost my pants, because there's been that many, happened when I went on a family vacation with my entire family. My grandparents were amazing and paid for my entire family, my aunts and uncles and cousins, all of us to go to Cancun for American Thanksgiving. And we were swimming in the ocean, and the tide was, or the current, tide. The tide was pretty strong. And so I was swimming out there, and the tide came in, and I got thrown around, which I think is so fun in the ocean. But when the water came to suck back out, it took my pants. So I'm nude. I can't just like walk out of the ocean. So I scream. I was like, Dad, can you come here? And he walks over and I'm like, can you go to the hotel room and grab my other swimming suit that I brought? And he was like, did you lose your pants? And I was like, yes. And so he went and got it, and I just like swam in the ocean. And he came back and he gave me those pants, that swimming suit, and I put them on in the ocean again because I couldn't get out of the water. And I was swimming around. Later that day, get tossed around again, lose those pants too. So now I have no bathing suits. They've all been lost to the ocean. So I called for my dad again, and I was like, "You're never gonna believe this. My pants, I lost them again." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm sorry. Can you please go to the hotel room and grab just some shorts?" So he brings some shorts down, and those lasted the rest of the day. So I come out of the ocean, and I'm sitting in a beach chair next to my aunt and my dad, and this guy comes walking down the beach, and he was like, did anybody lose some swim shorts? And in his hand were my swim shorts. They had washed up on the beach a little bit farther down and just so happened to be walking by, so I recovered them. So that was the first time that I can remember that I lost my pants. Okay, so fast forward a few years later, I moved to Toronto for my job. I meet this incredible guy named Matt who becomes my best friend in our circle of friends, and we go out for my birthday. My birthday is in January, so it's always obviously snowy outside. It's at the beginning of January. And we go out for a wild night with my buddies and my other friends, and we have a lot to drink. Listen, guys, I'm 36. I drink. We have a lot to drink. We were responsible. We take a cab home. I've got my wheelchair. Matt somehow takes all the pieces of my wheelchair, which are two wheels and a chair, because he was spending the night at my house, carries them, all these pieces in, we're both pretty intoxicated, carries them in to my house. We close the door, he sleeps on the couch, I sleep in my bed, we wake up the next morning, we get ready, we're gonna go have some brunch because we're both really hungover, and this is not the first, second, or third time that Matt and I have a wild story about being hungover on my birthday. But this one in particular, we go to head out to brunch to get some food, and at the sidewalk are my pants. I lost them when I got out of the cab, didn't realize, and I went back inside, and they almost froze to the ground. So here's an actual video of that morning when we found those pants.
This is how you know how you had a good night, when your pants are still outside in the snow in your neighborhood. It's a good night. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so cut to a few years later. I'm in London for an event there, London, England, in the UK. And we do this event. This time I'm with my buddy Dave. We do this event, we go out afterwards, have a few drinks, and we take a cab home to our hotel, which is a bit far. It's across the city. And we go to get out of the cab, and I'm paying the guy, and we get out of the cab, and I push my chair out of the car, because that's what I love about London cabs. I can just like pull my chair into the car, because those little, you know what, instead of me telling you, here's a photo. That's what they look like. I can just pull my chair in there. So we go to leave. The cab driver, who was helping us out of the car, turns to me and says, "Are these your trousers?" Hands me my pants. The next time this happens, I'm on vacation with my friends Leah and Alex and Melissa and Mike and Michelle and Lou and Simona, and we are in Brazil. And I tell them, I'm like, okay, I'm bringing an extra pair of swim shorts. This happens to me sometimes. I lose my pants. So we're swimming in the ocean, and the waves in Brazil were much bigger than I'm used to. So I'm not going out as far because I don't want to get tossed around or get sucked under that undercurrent, which is super dangerous. So I'm just swimming towards the beach. Big tide comes in, throws me around. Again, I think is a blast. But then sucks back out, and off go my pants. But I'm left on the beach. So I instantly dig a hole in the sand, and I sit in the sand, and my friend Melissa looks at me, and she was like, "Did you just lose your pants?" And I'm like, "Yes, I don't know what to do. Can you go to the bag that's at our chairs and get my other set of pants, please?" And so she does. Meanwhile, everyone is cracking up because they know what's happening. But there's no water. I'm literally just sitting buried in a hole in the beach because I can't be walking around or just laying there with my cash and prizes hanging out. A, it's not a nude beach. And B, I'm not somebody that would walk around nude like that. So they come back. I have to wait for the tide to come back in. I quickly lay down under the ocean and put my pants on and go about my day. Okay. So that was one. So then, cut to 2 nights later, we did New Year's in Brazil. And New Year's Eve in Rio is incredible. They have this white party on the beach, and there's literally like 2 million people on the beach. And so one of the traditions that I got from my friend Dean whenever I'm at an ocean is on New Year's, I like to, at midnight, go into the ocean and let sort of the ocean wash away whatever year that is and welcome in the new year. So I'd obviously had a little bit to drink again. It was New Year's Eve. I'm an adult. We were responsible. So we're all on the beach. I've got underwear on, so I just take my pants off and I go in the ocean, let it wash over me, and then we walk home. Well, I wasn't thinking because I had to pee, so I went home first. And my friend Michelle walks in, and this is what she has. So, moral of the story is I often lose my pants. And it's embarrassing, and that's why I always wear underwear, because nobody wants that. Not even me. So, I'm sure there's lots of other embarrassing things that you guys have experienced, maybe not pants. That's something that only I feel like happens to me often. But I would love to hear if any of you want to share some of your embarrassing stories in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I would love for you guys to subscribe. Let's do it right here. Subscribe right here. Click on this button. Tell your friends to subscribe. There'll be more funny stories like this and a lot of other things. And as always, you're my new best friend. Call me every 5 minutes. Have an amazing weekend. Bye.